anyway, I haven't really experienced, and it may be because this is kind of a where I live is more of a destination type place, so it's not like people are going out of their way to come here to get to our stores.
Yeah,
we have two large supermarkets here, but they're I say large. They service the entire island, and that's about.
They're very busy,
but they're very busy, extremely busy. They
always, not just during this time. They're always busy.
Right, and I told you this morning. I think the things that they're doing, for example, to keep everybody safe and free of contagions, or at least minimize that risk, with the recommendation of if you're 55 and older, they recommend you shop between set hours, and I'm following those guidelines. I do not shop on the weekends because that's when most people that are still working have the opportunity to get in and purchase. So I leave them to their. It's kind of like it's that old rule, be a good neighbor. This applies across the board in every facet of life right now. People,
there's going to
be a good neighbor.
There's really two classes of what's going on right now. Yeah. You've got the insanity, which is people acting out, acting ugly, yelling at people, especially people in these kind of retail environments, losing their cool, snapping. And then you've got the stuff that we see, which is kind of restores my faith in humanity, which is a CPA family member of mine mentioned somebody brought her a roll of toilet paper the other day to work just as a gift.
That's
you've got your people going out trying to make other people laugh, I mean, just be a decent neighbor, right? So we're starting to see the literally the separation of those two mindsets, right? And it's the people that are just losing their freaking minds that I'm worried about.
Well, you know how I feel about that. And those folks need to be careful and pay attention to what's going on around them instead of getting hysterical about things, because we're all in the same position.
Could we market some sort of social distancing taser product to where, if somebody gets in my space or it's a little bit too sketchy, I just,
we could. All right, anybody out there, our electronic fans, if you want to help us develop the social distancing collar,
there you go.
We can, there we go. We'll do that. But I would like to bring up a point, and I spoke to Keith about this before we came on air here. Okay, so I'm all over Facebook. I mean, we kind of have to be.
Jay is our
most people
social media.
Yeah. And honestly,
wizard.
Before we started podcast, no, I'm not a wizard, but I try. I'm pretty good for an old guy. But I stay on it just to listen to our fans and also promote us. But I also have, personal interests out there as well. And I had a really dear friend of mine that made a comment about her husband coming home and bringing the virus home to their two small children. And that's a genuine concern for anyone you would want to be. And whether it's your children, your mother, or your grandmother, or you may have grandparents living in your house. So it's a scare. It's a worry. But he works in the automotive industry. He works at a local
actually it's where I bought my last
distribution.
FJ.
Right. It's an automotive distribution group. They not only have several dealerships, but they're automotive parts distribution center as well, and they service a lot of the service centers in the area, a lot of the local shops, a lot of the local dealers, used car lots. They're servicing all of these people. They're also servicing your fire departments, your police force, all of these first responders and stuff. So she had posted that why would they keep him there? It's just auto parts. He could be bringing this home. And I quickly chimed in and said that he has a very important job.
Yeah.
He is essential to that supply chain, which is what we were talking about initially. So
now it could get to the point where they, meaning he and his organization, start to establish criteria that says if you are not in this necessary, what did Homeland Security essential defined it as essential.
Yeah. Defined it as essential, right?
Right?
Don't come in. Absolutely, yeah. And I can give you examples of that right now, which is occurring right now in the automotive industry, the engine parts business. Now, some of you have overheard me or heard me talk about what I do in this industry, and I've been a product developer, so I still have roots deeply rooted into the industry there. I also catalog and those sorts of things. And I work with specific suppliers in this industry. And I recently lost a consulting job because of this. I had to cancel my trips because of this. I've lost revenue because of it as well. But I did that because I foresaw what was coming down the pike before they mandated shelter in place. Keith, you witnessed it. I talked to you. I said, I think I'm going to cancel my flight. I'm doing this on my own because I don't think it's the right thing to do. Well, my main source of income, I just found out this past Friday that they have closed down their business completely down to key personnel.
This is a automotive manufacturer in that supply chain that
is correct.
Will
engine components.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So
engine components.
So to sort of bring this around full circle, when we started this episode, this podcast, we said it's already being affected. If your car needs work, it's going to need work. Yeah. That wasn't us guessing. Like we know it's happening. Like we're seeing it happen.
We're experiencing it firsthand. I have actually been asked to kind of back up my hours just a little bit for the sake of the uncertainty of financial situations that certain companies may have. They may have to direct their operating funds to other things, like because they don't have the personnel to help load the stuff. So maybe they're paying these guys that are there in their warehouse additional hazard pay for being there. I mean, these are things that everybody has to consider because
the norm
we are all at war. It's gone.
We are not. We are not like this whole concept that tomorrow I'll go back to work and it'll go back to normal. That's not going to happen anytime soon. It could, and we all hope it does. Normal comes back. But if you think next week you're going to go back to work as usual, no, it's not. I'm sorry. The economy is lopsided right now. The supply chain's lopsided right now. The medical industry is lopsided right now. Those things don't course correct. It has been a devastating blow. It is going to take some time to course correct.
That's right. And there's going to be a lot of procedures that you as an individual are going to have to go through on your own. You're not going to be able to just sit back and just let it happen and wait for it to happen for you. So now, is that? Well, I mean, this is a key point, right?
I was gonna say you're not. So in a sense, you're more alone or on your own, as you just said, Jay.
That's what I'm trying to allude to. But trying to put the big pants on.
Look, man, we got the magic of the internet. We got the magic of social media. Yeah. There are plenty of good people out there willing to help. So, and we haven't talked about this. I'm gonna throw this at you.
Okay.
I do this all the time to you. You gotta hate this, man.
I can't. No, I don't hate it, man. Just why we do what we do. Right?
Here's something we can do.
Okay.
We've encouraged this before, but if you're watching this on YouTube, leave a comment. We have an entire page on our website dedicated to this very thing that I'm about to offer, which is if you want to ask us a question, and I would prefer automotive questions, right? Maybe technology questions. Like if you send us an email on the Ask Us a Question page and you want to know like how to change the batteries in your electric toothbrush, I'm not sure we can help you. Okay, maybe if I can find the manual.
We'll talk to you about it. We might. I mean, maybe we can work through it together. You never know. We're pretty resourceful, Keith.
Yeah,
you know that.
But we talked in the beginning of the show about learn to change your own oil. You know, this is a good time for you if you're up a creek, so to speak, and you need some help. Leave us a comment. go to our website, partscounterguru.com. There's a tab up somewhere on the middle section-ish, right? Somewhere up there, Jay. It says "Ask us a question."
Yep.
That
ask us a question.
That goes to us. You post it on a little form, and we get the message, and we'll an underpaid college student will reply. No, I'm kidding. We'll take a look at it,
and we'll take a look at it. And if we have the answer for it, we'll give you what we know.
Yeah. So if you need help, there you go. Yeah. Right. I mean,
and if we can't help you, we can certainly point you in the right direction to someone that can. I mean, I'll put that disclaimer out. That's what I've always told my customers. I don't know everything. Nobody does.
But this is what I do know. I do know that we might get Jay to make a video to show you how to put those latex gloves on properly and take them off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we could do that.
I mean, since you kind of made such a big deal about that in the beginning, now it's just a follow-up video, right?
Well, as some people might find that very low on the need to know stuff, but I will tell you right now, it's actually high.
It's an art form. There is an art form to getting those things off without getting. And you and I learned this probably because of engine oil, right? Like how to get that sucker off without getting oil on your hands, right?
Oh, for certain. That played into it, but I was, I'm prior military as well, so I had to go through chemical warfare training. And if you want to really, I think in this particular case, if I'm a doctor, or if I'm a medical professional, they've gone through everything I went through as a person in the military, where you have to treat a contagion like this just like it is a nuclear fallout or something, man. I mean, because this is no joke, man. This is an issue. So yeah. We can do a little video on that if you want to.
I mean, we get
5
bored.
seconds.
Yeah, right.
5 seconds with Jay.
Hey, so what else you got in your crawl? What else? What else do you want to cover under the umbrella of this podcast?
Well, I would like to say that I've read several articles about what companies are contributing to this, and we need to bring this up. The automotive industry this is almost history repeating itself, but we did this way back in the World Wars. I forget what do you call it? The something War Act or DPA or what, where the president can actually ask the auto manufacturers to convert their facilities into producing supplies for.
He made an announcement on Twitter.
Yeah.
Over the weekend at the Big Three, told him to have at it. I believe that paperwork was signed around the same time.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, and I don't know, you and I haven't talked about this, although we talk about Tesla a lot. Alameda County in California in the Bay Area is one of the only U.S.-based Tesla production facilities, and they shut down their entire all business operations for everyone as an order in that county. Do you know about this? And Musk kept telling his people to go to work, and then the Alameda County Sheriff got involved and said, no, not so fast. And then Musk comes out and tweets that we should have thousands of respirator masks ready and available in a week's time or something like that. So it certainly appears like he was having them come to work because he was already flipping manufacturing over towards medical supplies. At least that's the appearance I got from reading through what I read through.
Right. That's what I heard as well. Some of the news reports and stuff too. But and of course, this is again, this happened in World War I, I think, in World War II.
Yep.
Supplies, where these plants were. Our connection, by the way, you might see some glitchiness here, guys. It's again, this is part of where we're at with internet connectivity. Everybody's out there doing the same thing. But the other thing is, like, for example, Harbor Freight. I'd like to give them a plug. Harbor Freight is donating their entire supply of masks and gloves to the hospitals nationwide.
Good.
And this is remember what I said. It's time to be a good neighbor, folks.
Yeah.
I mean, if we all have it in us to be good and to be helpful and to contribute to what's going on. If there has never been a time that we need to rally around each other and our leadership, it is now. No matter how you feel, how separated you are from the leadership, now is not the time to argue points. Now is the time to say, hey, what can I do to help us all get through this? That's my PSA, man, and I'm going to get off my soapbox on that. So
just say, how about a little Parts Counter Guru announce? I was going to do some sort of PSA joke, but you want to give out some of our social?
Sure.
And I have, as usual, I'm going to let you start, and you're going to take off, and then I'm going to interrupt you, a couple times. Just,
you always do, yeah. That's okay. It's okay. Hey,
all right,
everybody.
No, wait.
Okay, I'm ready. So first and foremost, man, we'd love for you to go by our website. And the reason why that is that's really the hub of getting to everything that we do. And plus, there's some nice spots on there where you can read some articles that we've put out there. And Keith, by the way, your article about the national parks, I'd like to plug that right now and tell you, man, that's a really, really good one. I highly recommend anybody read that. Very well done. So you go to www.partscounterguru.com, and there you can get to our podcast links. You can get to mentioned on the podcast. You can get to the Ask Us a Question link. You can, up in the right-hand corner of the page, you'll find our YouTube channel link. You'll also find our Amazon badge up there where you can go and click on the Amazon icon and go and shop away. If you put that in your basket, we get a little love from Amazon on that. We don't know what you're seeing or buying. We don't see what you're buying, but we do highly encourage you to use that
sick
feature.
Freaks.
Now, yeah.
No, it helps us. It doesn't cost you anymore. It's if you're gonna everybody's buying stuff on Amazon right now. Do your part. Like, just go to our website, like Jay said, partscounterguru.com. Click on the Amazon banner in the top right, and then shop. It doesn't change anything about your Amazon experience, except that we get the affiliate credit for whatever you buy for the next 24 hours. So
that's it. It helps us out a lot in these times. It's helpful. So, but you can also follow us on Facebook. That's facebook.com/partscountergurus. Like the page. Please tell a friend, share it, whatever. We post quite a bit. You'll see some of that going on. You can follow us on Instagram. It's instagram.com/the Parts Counter Gurus. We don't post as much there, but we do try to, coincide with some of the stuff that we put on Facebook. And we have recently.
Oh, I was waiting.
And
I was going to interrupt you, man. You're just not even giving me the chance to like you just segued right into it. I couldn't even abruptly
we are now officially on Twitter.
At the Counter Show.
We are now officially
at the Counter Show. All one word, no spaces. Right. We are on Twitter as Parts Counter Gurus, but our Twitter tag handle, as they call it on Twitter, is. Did you know that, Jay? Did you know it was called a handle on Twitter?
I do. Okay. Yeah. Well, I had a handle way back when on my CB radio. Come on back, get her done.
The Counter Show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So follow us on Twitter. There you go. Just got that one rolling.
Awesome.
Now,
that's great.
Since you mentioned Amazon, got my coloring book back because everybody's got a little extra time at home. This is actually an adult coloring book, okay? And I'm sorry to say that I witnessed some very similar things to what's in this coloring book over the past week and a half. You can get this on Amazon. We'll put a link to it on our website. There's a tab up at the top. It's mentioned on the podcast. So go to partscounterguru.com. Click on the mentioned on the podcast link. So today we have for you let me see if I can get it in front of the camera, the People of Walmart adult coloring book. Now, Jay, you saw
That's
this.
awesome.
We did this once before.
I did.
Okay.
I did, man. Yeah.
Now, some of these are a little sketchy. Like I don't necessarily want to hold them up in front of the camera.
Right.
Like there's one in here of some people fighting. This looks to be a full-grown woman, just reclining there. She's got the back end of the cart knocked out so she can hang her legs through it. This is the thing. You can buy this on Amazon. We'll send you the link. That is a naked man. We are not putting that one up there. Okay, here we go. This is I don't even know what this is other than it's some woman with 3 cats in a baby stroller. I guess pushing this through the store.
Who knows, man?
All right.
That's you know what we ought to do with this? Which here's what would be great, folks. If you go and you buy that and you color,
send it to us. Where you're going with this?
Why don't you send it to us on our website
or social media, whatever.
Send it or social media, whatever. Just post it to our.
What do you want them to tag it? Tag it. Hashtag. Well, here you think about that. I got one more.
Okay.
This is now. If you can't read the writing on this box, the box says Wookiee food on it, and if you're not watching this on YouTube, if you're listening to the podcast, what's the polite way to describe the individual that's holding that box of Wookiee food? Could pass for a Wookiee?
I don't know that I. Could.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could for sure. I think I've seen that lady in there.
So what you want to tag us? Walmart coloring book, I guess, maybe.
Hashtag PCG Walmart book or coloring book.
Okay.
Just hashtag Walmart coloring book.
Just make sure you tag us, and we'll
just tag us. Parts Counter Guru. And
we'll
just
retweet
send it on it. That'd be funny. Now I'm waiting. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to this.
Rolling back dignity. Right there you go. Yeah, there's your hashtag right there. Hashtag rolling back dignity.
Hashtag rolling back dignity.
There you go.
There you go. There it is, folks. Rolling back dignity.
All right. I'm glad we solved that. Once again, solving the world's problems.
Solving the world's problems, man. Solving the world's problems. So what else we got? Do we want to just wrap her up and
I think so.
say thanks to everybody?
Yes. Yeah. Again, did you already talk about I know we did it earlier, but if you have not subscribed, please do so. That's a big help to us.
Yeah.
Yep. You can did you talk about where to find us on the podcast? If you're watching this and you want to subscribe to the podcast, should I do that?
Yeah,
go to our website, partscounterguru.com. There is a podcast links tab.
Yeah.
And if you click on that, it's got everything. It's got if you've got an Apple device, it'll show you
Apple,
Android, Spotify, stuff I can't even remember.
We got you covered.
It's all listed right there.
We got you covered.
Yeah.
Yep, and also too on our website, if you don't go there, you can click on the most recent episode that's usually up on our page, and click on it. You can listen to it from there as well.
Yeah.
So
just subscribe, all that stuff. As my wife said to her friends, like, you don't even have to listen.
Yeah. So
just hit the subscribe button. Yeah.
But before we get out of here, man, we'll be talking about this more, I'm sure, in the coming weeks. This is not going away quickly.
So yes,
we would just like to invite anyone to ask us a question. We'll try our best to help you out. And again, if it's something that you're not getting answers on, I whether it's automotive related or not, I mean, if Keith and I can be of assistance, we'll try. I mean, I don't know. We certainly want to help our communities just as much as the next person does. So we're here for you. We'll continue to bring you entertainment and what information that we have. I would like to give a personal thanks to all the first responders and people working in the healthcare industry right now. This is a very trying and difficult time for all of you, and I wish you all the best. So,
yeah,
there you go.
Thanks, Jay.
Yeah, you're welcome, man.
Okay, everybody, thanks again for watching and listening. Until we talk again, that is my podcast partner, Jay, over there. I'm Keith. I'm gonna.
Don't touch your face. Don't touch your face.
Don't touch your face. I've got one. I'm gonna borrow this from. I heard Adam Carolla say this last week. It's a good one.
Yeah, let's do it.
This is actually a prison term, but it applies, I think, very much so to what we're going through right now. You can do the time, or the time can do you. It is your choice. Choose to do something constructive with your time, and don't let the time do you.
Ooh,
How about that?
very good.
Thanks again,
Very
everybody.
good,
We'll
man.
talk to you soon.
Take care. Don't freak out, man.